What's up, everybody? It- this is Kitchen Talks, episode 9. I'm Nathan.
And this is P.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
It is December 25th, currently at 11 p.m. And one hour left of Christmas.
1 hour left.
Did you hear that sip of coffee I took in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, very short. I was switching it up.
Hey, it's Christmas, man.
Yeah, gotta switch it up.
Switching it up.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Fuck it, man.
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh man. I'd say when I was very little, I got this. Well, no, not too little. When I was in about in 5th grade, I got this replica Star Wars lightsaber, and I always wanted one of those things. And once I got it, I was in disbelief that I got it. I think I still have it to this day, but I'd say that's one of my favorite Christmas memories. Let's see what else. Man, I gotta think hard for that one. Yeah, I'd say that's up there. What
Yeah.
about yours?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Probably when I got an Xbox One. Well, no, I just didn't think I was gonna get that, so that was a surprise. I mean, I'm trying to think of one that really stands out to me. Yeah, I don't know. They're all Christmases are pretty much the fucking same to me. I mean, I yeah, it's just Christmas is nice overall, so I don't think I have one that really stands out.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Like every Christmas has been a great Christmas. It's just that feeling of Christmas coming in
Uh-huh.
that's really the excitement behind it all.
Yeah, it's nice to be with family and
Mm-hmm.
exchange gifts, I guess. Gifts are gifts are good.
Oh yeah.
um but yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I was just watching like a while ago today. Trump posted on the White House YouTube, Trump and Melania. Basically saying Merry Christmas to everybody and talking about Jesus and how he, all kinds of stuff, religious shit. So that was interesting to me. And Trump and Melania looked very creepy and stone cold faces. And
For Christmas?
yeah, they, no smiles, just talking about Jesus and our Lord and Savior. And
Well, that takes the fun out of it all.
yeah, it was a weird video. Look it up on YouTube. Um, but in the comments, everyone was pretty happy. So I don't know. I mean, uh, and they're praising Trump about the stimulus thing, how he took a stand. So everyone's saying how he's the wonderful, still, still protecting the American people even after all this disrespect. hmm Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, and you think he didn't possibly set that whole thing in motion?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, propose this here, this shitty stimulus package, whatever. and then I'm gonna step in,
Yeah,
make me look
honestly,
like Superman.
that wouldn't be surprising at all.
No, it
I
wouldn't.
mean, giving people a lower expectation and then coming back with a higher one
Yeah,
to
I
make it
don't.
more.
I don't see that. Sorry, I'm yawning quite a bit, but I don't see that. I don't see that out of the question for him. Every time anything like that, anything he gets praised for, I always think, what did he do to get behind this?
Yeah, me too. I'm always wondering what's up his sleeve.
Yeah, some manipulation tactics. Um, and another thing I saw posted on there was a bunch of people getting the COVID vaccine, and Mike Pence was talking, but people in the comments section, man, very concerning. They were saying, "No, I'm not getting a vaccine," and we know you were injecting sugar and water into their arms, and I will not be getting a vaccine.
Can't that like?
I don't trust the government with anything type thing. I'm like, okay, well, why'd they give this vaccine then to healthcare workers? I know two people that already got it, and it wasn't sugar and water being injected in their arms. So why would they give these people I know the vaccine, healthcare workers? And do they want to makes no sense. Yeah, let's kill off all our healthcare workers.
Yeah,
It's like, okay.
yeah. That's the other thing is if it's.
Makes no sense, man. Bunch of fucking dumbasses, man.
Mhm.
Literally. Just idiots. Like pure idiots. Good, don't get the vaccine. Maybe you can maybe someone who's actually fucking with a brain will get it. You can get sick.
Yeah, can't sugar and water, like if you inject it, um, can't that harm you
It's
or
definitely
not?
not good for you.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't think that's good for you.
yeah, like,
But, and all I've heard so far about the vaccine is that it makes your arm really sore, but no, from the two people I know that got it, they said no negative reactions to it for them so far.
did we mention on the last podcast that it was going to be available to frontline workers next?
I think we did.
We did. Okay,
I believe we did, yes.
okay.
Frontline workers next. Um, did Trump get it?
I
No,
don't
he already
think.
had it, huh? Yeah, he got COVID, reportedly. I
Yeah,
still wonder if he staged that.
I don't think he's gotten the vaccine yet, which
No.
is strange because Mike Pence got it.
Well, there's no need if he actually had COVID.
Mm.
Remember? President Trump got COVID. So, I mean, if he really did get COVID, there's no reason for the vaccine.
Can't you get it twice though?
I don't know. That's a good. I mean, I heard that too, but I'm not sure. It sounds weird to me. I guess. I guess you can, according to some reports. So maybe he should get it.
Yeah, that's strange. Joe Biden got it. He got the
Yeah,
vaccine.
Joe Biden got it. Um, shit, man. And then all the people that are got pardoned.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He's pardoned what, 40 plus people within 2 days.
Yeah, some corrupt fuckers.
Yeah, pretty much all of them were involved. Were being investigated and charged in the Russia investigation.
Yeah, yeah. No surprise that he pardoned him. I'm trying to think. Oh, just yeah. It's basically been more and more evidence of no election fraud and basically Trump eating shit for a while. That's all it's been in terms of politics for the past week since we last spoke about that is more and more, yeah, no, more and more Trump reaching and that people slapping him on the wrist. Uh, the courts just slapping him on the wrist every time and saying nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope.
there was he submitted another Supreme Court challenge for Pennsylvania, and yeah, he's not quitting.
No, there was some explosion in Nashville today
I saw something
on
on that.
Christmas. Yeah, some lunatic fucking parked his RV in the street and set off a bomb. Or like, I guess the RV that the guy parked had like. Luckily, no one died, dude. Only got like a few injuries, but because the police showed up, because someone reported something, and the RV was playing a message saying, "There's a bomb in this RV. It'll detonate in 15 minutes." So yeah, they got people out of there. So whoever wanted to blow shit up didn't necessarily want to harm a ton of people. I don't think. I don't know what he was doing. Apparently, it like blew up and affected an AT&T building, cell phone provider. So maybe it was an attack against communications and wireless companies. I don't know, but no one got killed, so that is good. But to do that on Christmas, you got to be a sick fuck. To do it, period, you got to be sick. But to do it on Christmas, God,
Yeah,
guy's a fucking lunatic. Um, yeah, that was disturbing. I saw that today.
man, with all the stuff that's going on, that's he did that.
Yeah, he did. How low can you go? I don't think they caught him either yet.
They
I don't,
didn't.
I don't think so. No, but yeah. So that's happened today. But I haven't seen too much else in the news, man. Well, this I think this was more than a week ago, but just Shia LaBeouf.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
I hate to bring that kind of. I wouldn't say. Well, it is news, but celebrity news. I feel like TMZ, but but no, I mean it wasn't the news. Just basically some abuse accusations on Shia and his like on his girlfriend. Uh, so that's disturbing too. Knowing I like him as an actor, so that sucks. It really does.
yeah, and he was a well, he still is, I guess, a method actor. Is that what they call him? Where they
Hmm.
really get into character, and he used that as an excuse to abuse his girlfriend, from what you said,
Dogs,
right?
dogs, yeah.
Ugh.
He used it as an excuse to kill stray dogs, yeah. But
Mm,
he didn't. Yeah, that's what that was. And Sia, the singer,
yeah.
she came out because she dated him for a while too, and she said, "Yeah, he abused me too." So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I don't. I think he's got some problems that definitely need to be addressed. It's not okay.
So he's in a
Um,
lawsuit right now, right?
yeah, I believe so.
Wonder how that's gonna go.
And there's probably no evidence. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have evidence, recordings, videos, something, pretty hard to. It's up to him to admit to it, and be like, "Yeah, I'll get some help," type thing. But that's about all he can. If he really, he kind of did admit to it already. So, or I actually don't know if he admitted, but he said, "Yeah, I have problems," type thing. So maybe he'll just admit and yeah. But still, man, that's Fortunately, that's how it goes. With we hear a lot of stuff like that coming from celebrities.
Yeah, because he was responsible for the "Just Do It" video. Not I shouldn't say
Oh yeah, just
responsible, but
the meme.
yeah,
Yeah, he was. Man, you know, it's yeah, you just hate to hear it. Hate to hear it.
you gotta wonder how many people
'Cause
in the public eye have those issues.
a lot, I'm sure. Well, it's hard to watch movies now with him in it. I think you said that too.
Hmm.
It's just when you something like that you're pretty sure probably the accusations are real. You just he hasn't really denied them. So it's kind of hard. Yeah, it'll be hard to ever look at him the same, which sucks, man.
Yeah, you always have that feeling in your stomach as you're watching that you're trying to enjoy a movie, and you
Like,
won't be
wow,
able
he
to.
did some. Yeah, you'll remember what he did. Yeah, yeah. Uh, whew. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh man, Christmas is a great holiday, but a little overrated in my opinion. I think people it's a money grabber now, the whole Christmas season. I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say that. I mean, obviously, you got Black Friday right after Thanksgiving, all your deals for Christmas coming up.
yeah.
You got yeah, it's definitely turned that way. And gift giving is awesome. Um, it definitely is. I enjoy giving people gifts too, but the expectation of when someone gives you a gift that you have to give them one back is I've never liked the expectation. If you're gonna get me a gift, then don't expect it. If I get you one, it's because I wanted to. Um, you know, that's just like give a gift, receive a gift is like okay. If you really want to give someone something, you don't need to expect something in return.
Yeah, giving without the expectation in return, and receiving without having
Yeah,
to worry about the expectation of giving.
yeah, yeah, and that's. I mean, I know it's nice to buy people stuff that buy people who buy you stuff, but man, sometimes it's like anxiety inducing. Like, who's gonna buy me shit this year? I need to cross everyone off the list so I can
Yeah,
get them something too.
making sure that you got everyone down.
Yeah. Shit, I
Yeah,
didn't get anything from my uncle this year or some of my family. So I mean, really it's good. I didn't expect anything. So, you know,
you just
well
enjoy.
maybe he did get me something. I don't know. He probably did, but just in the mail or something. But like I don't care at all. No. Yeah, I don't expect it anymore. When I was a kid I expected gifts, but
Oh
now I
yeah, me.
don't. Yeah. Now I really could care less. I like gifts, but no. Yeah. Christmas isn't definitely more fun when you're a little kid, I think.
Yeah, it's that feeling that sticks with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
That I got a ton of that today and yesterday. Just I don't know how to describe that feeling. Um, just the
Nostalgia.
yeah, that and the uh, lightheartedness of it all. It, the heartwarming feeling you get from it.
Yeah, for sure. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
it's
And you you're gonna be reading some good books soon, huh?
oh yeah, got a Kindle. So
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
so
Bring some wisdom to the podcast.
heck yeah. We got I got like 15 books all ready to read samples of, and
Woo.
I'm gonna buy one of them. I think that the power of no
Habit.
power of habit. Yep.
Habit. Say that's you were talking a little bit about it earlier. What's how your brain is just that the guy that had his brain damaged but still like could do stuff, just didn't remember how to say it or remember it. He just did it, had a habit.
Yeah, because of that part of his brain was still left. I forget the name of it, but it's the habitual part of the brain, and he was still able to go to his house even though he didn't remember or remember what his house looked like or anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's really crazy. He could drive,
I don't know if he could drive. He could definitely
probably just
walk.
walk. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you can't remember how to drive, that wouldn't be good. Um, yeah, that's the brain is complex,
yeah,
very complex, and a lot of our a lot of people well, we all have habits, and there's definitely more unhealthy habits than healthy, and once you recognize that, it's the good thing is you can change them.
yep. But you gotta, from what that book says, you gotta really attack the ones that.
You're trying to get rid of
Yeah, that's the difficult part because you gotta recognize.
discipline, huh?
Yeah.
'Cause as soon as you fall back to it, it's back got its grip on you again.
Mm-hmm. Well, they
Yeah.
always stay from what it said. They all those bad habits always are there, but once you replace them with new ones, those take precedent. But if you
Okay.
abandon them, then you revert back to your old habits easily because the brain wants to use as little space as possible.
Yeah, and I'm sure I don't think many people like change either.
No.
I don't think anyone does. That's part of the brain. It likes comfort because it's safe, you know? That's just a natural survival instinct is to want to have comfort. But yeah, that's why changing habits is hard too, I'm assuming. Because
Yeah.
habits bring you or bring you comfort.
Somewhere to stay.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar.
Yep. They bring about the feelings that you're safe or at peace, whatever habit it is. Sure, smoking and habits like that bring the same kind of. It's just like a ritual. It is, yeah. And there's chemicals involved, so it's more of an addiction.
Isn't that just crazy? Like the way you can unconsciously do those habits, thinking that you're making a conscious decision, but you're really not.
It's insane. And I'm sure habits are just basically addictions. Uh even though even if there's no substance involved, just like making your bed in the morning right after you get up could be a habit. But I bet you um well, I don't know. There might be chemicals released when you do. If it feels good, then you are getting chemicals released. And then it could turn to addiction. I don't think anyone could get addicted to making their bed, but it's anything can kind of turn into an addiction, man.
Yeah, as long as there's a reward
Yeah.
after. That's yeah, like even it, and no matter how small it is, it's still the reward that is keeping you in that habitual loop.
Yeah. And I was I was diagnosed with OCD at age 6 or 7, maybe even younger. Um and basically my brain was wired backwards in that sense in terms of habit. It was more, well, no, it was intense, like do this or do Y or do X or Y happens type thing, like very habitual ritual based. Um like tie put your stuff in your backpack this way, then take it out, put it back in 3 times, and you're good to go. And then you'll feel a release in your brain. This is basically what OCD is. That's the compulsion, is the placing of the notebooks in your bag 3 times. Um, that's the compulsion, and then well, doing the obsession is if I don't do that, something bad will happen. The compulsion is doing it, and then it calms you down. So it's a habit basically. It's a ritual based disorder. Your brain's basically just overactive on that side of things to where it never feels right until you do it perfect type thing. And those are the compulsions. Um, but the good thing about it, man, it's a perfect example because I used to have it bad, and obviously now I know how to ignore it when it, and I don't really get those urges to do compulsions like that ever anymore. And that's through uh counseling and learning how to cope and then medication. But yeah, man, it's a great example of that you can change it because I can ignore that part of my brain now without feeling like something bad's gonna happen. But when I was a little kid, I didn't know any better, and I was confused why my brain was telling me like I didn't know any better. It's just like, oh, this is how it is. So you can change any pattern in your brain, and that's really all mental illness is patterns, man. Depression is a loop that your brain's in of releasing chemicals, lack of certain chemicals that cause severe depression. So any mental disorder is just chemicals, and your brain's in a habit,
Yeah,
and
and
you
that
can change it. That's the thing. You can change it always. You're not stuck with it forever. Of course, it's hard to know that when you're in the shitter with it, but um, man, it does get better if you dedicate yourself to changing it.
and that's the difficult part, isn't it? The changing it because you got to figure out where to tackle it.
Yeah, but that reminds me of habits. Remind me of OCD a lot. Doing certain things that you think something very bad will happen if you don't do them. Kind of superstitious almost. That's just a very small portion of the disorder, but yeah, it's interesting, man. It's like a hyperactivity of that part of the brain to where it's just overstimulated, to where your brain's in a loop constantly. It's like, oh god, keep like it's like just a Ferris wheel or doing the same things.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's got me thinking about what I do on a daily basis and what I can change.
Some of your habits,
Yeah, because in this book it says that
and
one
everyone
thing.
has habits.
Oh God, yeah,
Drinking coffee in the morning's a habit.
yeah, and it's
Drinking coffee at night, like me, is a habit. If I don't do it, I feel like I'm missing something part of my routine.
yeah, that's it. That's
You
the
feel
routine
uncomfortable.
portion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we like routines then as people.
Yeah, because that's what keeps us.
Gives you a sense of control
Yeah,
when you do have none, absolutely no control.
gives you a path to be on.
hmm We like to feel like we have control of what's going on in our lives, even though we really don't. At any moment, your whole life could be shifted. But we do our routines to kind of disguise that and act like we're in control. Fucking asteroid could hit the Earth. Definitely not in control of that.
No.
Any cup of coffee won't matter. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And um, you know, that's one thing I'm excited with technology advancement is to learn more about the brain and explore more of the earth and ocean and stuff. It'll be cool to see the discoveries made soon, you know? There will be some cool discoveries I think in our lifetime. There definitely will be.
Yeah, because we've only like explored how much of the brain and even our own
Not a
man.
lot, man. Yeah, not a lot. Only 70% of the oceans, something like that's undiscovered. So, and that's like where you go down where it's dark and shit. Like, there's probably some weird stuff. And the brain, has definitely not been fully. People don't know the full capacity yet of the brain and how it works. It's very interesting. And I guess you have a second brain in your stomach, kind of. Your stomach acts like a brain also in the way it reacts to things. And then your heart also has like certain aspects of it that act like a brain too. It's interesting. So you really have like three brains. One big brain and then two small brains.
So it's all interconnected, which
It's all
makes it
kind of
even
interconnected. Yeah.
harder to study.
Yeah. Yeah. Um Man. Yeah, and emotions are another interesting thing. Emotions. There's probably I wonder how many emotions there are because there's definitely emotions that I'm sure aren't labeled that you can feel.
Oh God, yeah. And
Get the
those
right mixture of chemicals going and you got a weird emotion.
and those are the hardest to watch too,
The
because
ones you can't describe.
yeah, or just borderline any of them. Because if you stick with emotions you like and try to ignore those that you don't.
That never works though.
Mm-hmm.
Got to embrace the bad ones too, but yeah, expressing emotion is difficult too, finding words for it and extroverted people find that easier. Introverted people find that very difficult. I know it's when um just people expressing emotion gets me uncomfortable sometimes, which is okay. I feel it too, but it's just hard to express for me. So when other people express it to me, I don't know what to say,
Me too.
but and that's interesting too how what's going on there.
The the introvert versus extroverted
Yeah.
emotion.
Uh-huh. Yes. In an extroverted world, introvert introverted behavior seems frowned upon. So that's why you feel like, oh, am I doing this wrong? Even though you're not doing anything wrong.
It's just your own body's way of dealing with emotion.
Yeah. And I can act like an extrovert if I want to, and it's just I get tired, man. Like, I can't do it for a long period of time. Even at work, like, talking to customers, conversating all day, like, pretty soon I just stop doing like, I stop caring.
Mm-hmm.
I get so tired of it.
Me too. Yeah,
I'm just, like, going numb, yeah.
it just feels counter to myself.
Yeah, you feel foreign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, yeah, this is definitely not how I wanna be acting. Or it's like you're forcing something that's just it's like forcing something to fit that just won't fit, but you're trying to tape it on anyway.
Yeah, it's almost like it does more damage than it does good because you don't you don't see a particular reaction from somebody for you making that effort to be extroverted or express emotion in some way.
Yeah. You don't ever see people trying to act introverted.
Mm-mm.
That's what's funny. It's everyone if you think about it, everyone's always trying to act extroverted. People just get down on themselves because they can't if they're introverts, but everyone's always trying, like, to get out there and talk more, and I gotta talk more, I gotta do this, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what if you don't? What if you just do what you feel? I mean, you can be a social introvert though and still have good social skills and be able to communicate, but I think you gotta recharge. Well,
Yeah.
there's books about introverts. I think you might get one probably.
Oh yeah, one of the 15 I like it's called Quiet.
Okay.
It's that's the exact thing we're talking about is the introverts in an extroverted world and how
Yeah.
they contribute.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of famous people are surprisingly introverts.
Yeah. That's
Or not famous celebrities. There a lot of them are extroverts, but like a lot of artists and like creators are introverts. Musicians and painters and writers, especially writers, are introverts.
I think that shows that you need a good balance of the two
Yep.
or else do you think that shows that introverts tend to side more with really delving into their art or whatever field they're in
Yeah, I do.
completely? Yeah.
I do. To f- I think that's where they get energy from. Well, it is a fact. You get introverts get recharged by being alone, and then extroverts get recharged by being around people. So it's just how it goes. Um, and introverts and extroverts usually there's usually in relationships it's introverts and extroverts attract each other. Like my dad's pretty introverted, but my stepmom's extroverted, so it's like that, opposites attract sometimes. But so that's interesting to see too. So it's definitely a good it's a nice balance. There should be a good balance. That's how the world should be too, in my opinion.
Yeah, you never want the same thing over and over again for
No, and the public school system try they don't care about introverts.
mm,
I'm just like there's nothing like No, they just want you to be extroverted.
I don't even remember them talking. I think they touched on extroverts and introverts at times, or they talked about them in a superficial way. But yeah, they really didn't talk about any of that stuff. It was,
No.
which is pretty important shit.
Yeah. It's very important. And you know, I don't think you should force I think schools should be a whole different setup. I don't think kids should be forced to public speak, in my opinion. I think it's traumatizing for people to be thrust into those situations if they're not ready to do that yet. Like now, I have no trouble. I could go public speak. I could probably perform music in front of people. I could probably do any of that now. I don't feel that level of anxiety I used to, but in high school, man, I was really nervous to do any kind of public speaking, and you I'd feel like you're gonna kill me if you made me do that. So it's a little traumatizing to be thrust up there a lot because I had a lot of classes that made me. And the argument that well, toughen up, you'll get used to it. It's like no, over time, I think there'll come a time and place where you actually want to public speak eventually because it is cool when you finally feel comfortable. It's kind of exciting, but I think when someone's not ready to do that yet, don't force them. It's just my opinion. Like maybe like if you're gonna do a public speaking assignment, a presentation, like all right, kids who don't feel comfortable doing that, you can do this alternate thing. And then the kids who would, because some people don't mind public speaking at all, they can do it if they want to. Like I think stuff like that should be optional because people express themselves different in different ways. I think
Yeah,
art should be on the table for projects. I don't think it should always be research and then write a paper or make a PowerPoint. I think there should be different ways of expression. And I think we'd have less school shootings. I think we'd have less depression, anxiety in teenagers. All of that, man. My opinion. Would be less anger.
yeah, and and the problem with it too is that it's all surrounded by social acceptance, especially.
Uh huh.
I It wasn't until I was in college that they really emphasized the point of don't really worry about what other people are thinking when you're up there. Whereas in
Yeah.
public school, it was that wasn't really mentioned at all. I think I had one teacher that mentioned that, and then aside from that, that's really what created that fear is being
Yeah.
accepted.
Yeah. And well, I had a few girls that I remember. So one girl presented, and actually, this was in college. She presented and had to stop short because she couldn't do it. And the professor was pretty understanding, but I'm like, yeah, that's a good example. Like, some people just can't be thrust up there right away, man. It's
Yeah.
it's it's and most people just say, "Get the fuck over it, pussy."
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a legit fear that people have. Like public speaking's. Some people fear that more than death, dude. It's like on the number one for people's fears. It's like number one on people's lists. Um, and I think you outgrow it as you get older and find your confidence in what you're doing. Like I don't have a problem with it now, but like as much. But yeah, man, it's like thrust a poor kid that just has no confidence or whatever up there in front of his classmates and just watch him get butchered, watch him get laughed at, which I've seen that happen too. I've seen kids stutter, get laughed at, then they're humiliated. That leaves a scar for life. Um, because I still remember things from school that kind of left a mark on me. It's still in my memory, so I know it left a mark, or else why would it still be popping up in my memory?
Yeah, and that's the other issues they especially in public schools, they're throwing you in front of peers that aren't really there to, not necessarily not supportive, but they're not there to be serious about it.
Nope, not at all.
And then when you go into college, where it's more of a serious environment, that fear comes with you.
Yeah, even college, man, I experienced still some of those classes where it was like high school
Yeah,
in terms of people and the way they acted.
especially in freshman year, huh?
Yeah, God. I remember in that one building, you'll know, I'm not going to say it, but you'll know the building where it's just so crowded in the halls. And
Yeah.
you walk in, it's one of the oldest buildings there, but you know the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of my classes were there freshman year, and oh God, it's just like high school, just with classes of like 60 people. But yeah, man, I mean, maybe, yeah, it's just caring what other people think. That's what it comes down to, actually. I'm not suggesting we go easy on people. Well, maybe I am. I don't know. I just think forcing people to do stuff when they're not ready to do it. Like you wouldn't throw a baby, well, I've seen some videos of babies getting thrown in water and they learn how to not drown if they ever get fall in the water.
Oh.
That's yeah, I know. There's like this thing training for babies. They'll throw babies in the water with someone in there, but like the baby learns to turn around or something. It's like for safety for the babies, but it's weird. Anyway, I was gonna say you wouldn't throw your newborn baby in the pool. So why would you throw someone who obviously you can tell, and maybe they would tell you, hey, I want to work on my skills before I go out there and give a 15-minute presentation.
Yeah, and that and creating an environment where,
Yeah, like let me work on my skills, like because you can improve at that, definitely.
yeah, improving skills and making sure that it's an environment where creativity is supported more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that can go for any, like in middle school classes, people, uh, they need to do away with typing class. I hope they still don't have that shit.
Oh, they probably
It's
do.
it's such a useless class. Like, come on. And force people to do gym class, which obviously I was like an athletic kid, so I liked gym class. I thought it was fun. But dude, they shouldn't be forcing. We had some kids in my class that were literally like 300 fucking pounds and like very big girls and guys, and making them do fucking uh time to mile, and you get an F if you don't do it in under 12 minutes.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. This poor kid, I remember he finished in like 40 minutes. So it's like he wasn't ready for that shit. Don't give him an F. The dude's 300 pounds.
Yep.
Like, and if you can't force people to do stuff like that. Like, they're like, well, we got to make them do gym class because it'll encourage healthy behavior. Not really. Kids are still going to go, nah, fuck that. Just because
Hmm.
they have a class doesn't mean they're going to like doing it.
Yeah, they got to
So,
have some ultimate goal.
yeah. But, you know, oh man, those were weird days. Weird days, man. And thinking back on it, um, I'd never really uh expressed feelings at school.
No, me
I
either.
didn't. Yeah,
I was far too afraid to do that.
yeah, man. It must be the system set up.
It
'Cause
must
I'm sure
be.
a lot of people feel the same. Like, I don't know how it'll be fixed.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. That's a good question because
How it'll be fixed
yeah, because ultimately you gotta fix that. I mean,
for a functioning society.
yeah, you can't have one section of people that don't feel well, pretty much everyone, including extroverts to some extent, that don't feel comfortable expressing themselves.
Yeah.
I think it'd have to be a system where everyone just accepts people for who they are and allows them to find themselves first before they start delving into rule based academics, if that's the
Mm-hmm.
right word. And
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I think the biggest problem with it is just the forcing of things that
yeah,
people aren't interested in. Forcing stuff does not diversify anyone's mind. People are gonna learn regardless what they want to learn and not learn what they don't want to learn. Um, period.
yeah, that's
And the forcing of classes that some people might not want to fucking take. Like life management class
oh yeah.
was required. And they're supposedly supposed to teach us how to pay bills and shit. And sure, I guess they did. I still didn't know how to write a check until like I was like 19. But, um, and they showed us how to cook, which I wouldn't call it cooking. They had us make some fucking ramen noodles and put some broccoli in it.
What?
Yeah, like dice up some broccoli and onions and put it in there. I was like, okay, this first off, this is unhealthy. Why are you telling us this is what we should be eating? But yeah, so they didn't really show us how to cook. It was just here, bought some ramen for you guys, make it. That was shit.
Yeah, and see the thing about those classes too is that they're a check mark for you to get down into school in the district to get down so that they're showing the state that oh yeah we're teaching them exactly what you want to
Yeah.
teach in
That comes from the state, huh?
yeah.
Ah, fuck. Yeah. Wood shop class too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if we talked about that on a previous podcast, but yeah, I hated that. Probably did, but yeah. Like, okay, I'm not interested in this. Maybe like, all right, I'll try this out for a week. If I don't like it, can I just drop the class and go into something else, you know? But
Yeah,
no, you have to get the credit.
you gotta wonder why and how they convince themselves that those are the classes that the next generation needs.
Yeah. Wood shop.
wood shop.
Shit was scary too.
Yeah, I was always worried about cutting off a fucking finger.
Yeah, I mean, my teacher was always scaring us too. He's like, he'd like tell us stories about people not wearing goggles and cutting their fingers off. And dude, I don't want to do this. You telling me my pinky finger is gonna be like a baby carrot, just get fucking snapped? Like, dude, I don't want to know that. I'm not gonna do this then. So I think I had my partner do all the work or something, so I was too fucking scared. Because the teacher would walk around too and watch us work and stand over your shoulder while you're doing it,
No, and
and
that's
you'd be like you'd get all nervous and start shaking while you're next to a saw. Fuck.
yeah, that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, school, man. And kids don't. I don't think the recesses are long enough either. Like, what, you give the kid 15 minutes to go outside?
Is that really how long it was?
Yeah, dude, it's like 15 minutes. Sometimes 30, I think, but lunch was like 50 minutes. But yeah, recess, man, not long.
Yeah.
And the bell. Oh, they had us indoctrinated
Mm-hmm.
like Maslow's dogs, man.
They instilled habits for the
Yeah,
workforce.
the bell. The bell. When the bell rings, you get up and
Mm.
proceed to your next class. It's like a jail.
Yeah, people compare public school to jails quite a bit.
I can
I mean,
see that.
like it's
Oh, it almost is, man. You think about it, you got the office.
mm-hmm.
It's like the warden. The principal's like the warden. And you have to write visitors have to come in with a bat or a name tag, a badge, like you have to write notes if you're getting sick and leaving. You have to come and go and check out and like once you're there, you're like stuck or else they call home and say, where's your son at? Um yeah, that's awful. Classrooms are like the cells and you migrate and then the playground's like the yard. Go have your outside time for a while. Oh, wow. That's scary.
Yeah,
It's probably they probably made it like that on purpose.
they did to get you prepped and ready for
Did they let you
what?
wear hats in school?
No.
Yeah. That was always weird to me too. No chewing gum in middle school. Like shirts with beer cans on them.
Yeah, no.
No
Uh,
hoodies.
ICP, is that what it's called?
Insane clown posse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, remember the clowns, man? That the clown scare where people were
Oh
dressing up like
yeah.
clowns. That was fucking terrifying, dude. What the fuck? I remember I was scared to go out at night after that. Driving at night, I expected to see clowns around because like they were coming out at night and just fucking with people. And we had like cops at our school, man, during the day during that to make sure no clowns came to our school because we got threats that there would be clowns coming.
Yeah, I think that happened back when I was in high school too.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
God. Oof. Yeah. Yep. And they were just tormenting people, just fucking with people.
It got to a dangerous level too, didn't it? Like a
Yeah,
lot of
where
the kind
they were like almost killing people.
yeah.
Yeah, not good. I was scared shitless. I didn't walk my dog outside at night after that for a while.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, were you scared?
Yeah, when trends like that start happening, and you get the people that get a kick off of it, and
Yeah,
yeah,
because I would walk my dog at night sometimes at like 9 or 10, and because I liked it. But after that, I was like, nope, I'm not about to see a clown walking towards me. Fuck that. Of course, I had Bodie with me, my dog, but like, no, I was like, fuck that.
yeah, that finally stopped at some point, right? Thank
Mm-hmm.
God it did. God, yeah, that freaked me out.
The clowns. Trying to think what else. You know the Purge movies?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure one of these days someone's gonna try to like. I'm sure it already happened. People probably wore those masks. And one time there's a fake post on social media saying the purge happens tonight type thing. And it was a fake like government warning.
really?
Yeah, I remember on Facebook and everyone was like, if this is real, I'm gonna stay inside and all kinds of shit. I was like, oh my god. Do you think the government would ever get to a point where they have a purge where all crime's legal for 24 hours or for
But
12 hours?
there are definitely governments around the world that are anarchic, where crime is basically just because they don't have the resources to stop it, where that shit happens. Yeah.
Wow. So really in those places they're just relying on people to be moral,
Uh, yeah,
right?
or they.
No, nothing's stopping people from going out and killing someone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just relying on people to be not want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Not want to be fucking violent and rob and
Yeah,
but
basically.
sadly I'm sure not the case for a lot of those places. God. Damn. And you were saying places like you were watching a Vice about
Oh,
the cartel and how they basically run shit, huh?
yeah.
God, man. Woo!
Yeah, and even in Ukraine, I told you about that too, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I mean, like in Crimea, it's somewhat anarchic. The rebels control it now, not the Ukrainian government, and that's been
That's
happening.
dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jesus. Well, on that note, man, we have hit the hour mark. Anything that you would like to say on episode 9? Speak or forever hold your peace.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and make sure that you talk to everyone you love, and more
Let
importantly,
your
show your
emotion
self
out.
love too.
Yes, it's a big one. And that's really what I'd like to say too is just Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Next episode we do might be before or after New Year's. I think it's on Thursday, so around then. So we'll see you then. We'll be partying it up. Well, don't go out and party it up with too many people with COVID. We're at this home stretch with the vaccine, so stay healthy for a while longer. And you wouldn't want to make it this far just to get it.
Yep, stay healthy, keep distance, and that vaccine will come here soon.
I hear you flipping a page. You got a quote there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could hear it.
You ready?
Yep, leave them with some wisdom, man.
No, you do not have a thousands Sorry, no, you do not have thousands of years to live. Urgency is on you. While you live, while you can, become good.
Mmm. Every time it ties into what we're talking about, man.
Yeah.
Every time.
Never fails.
While you can, become good. Wow. Sit with that one.
And live by it.
We will leave it at that. This was episode 9 of the Kitchen Talks podcast with Nate and P. I'm Nathan.
And this is P.
Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week.
Merry Christmas. See you next week, guys.